Hey guys, Adrian here, Kid Guru, and today I wanted to give you guys a spur of the moment video I'm deciding to shoot here at 5 a.m. on a post that I wrote up entitled "Thank You, Steve." Now, this is a post I wrote up on my personal site, adrianc.me, and I want to give the video narration to it to give you guys some insight into it and a voice to my writing, essentially. Now, I know in this video I'm opening up to fanboyism and people call me an Apple fanboy and all that, but no, that's above and beyond that. I don't care what's better or what you use, because what you use is what you use. That's simply it. I just want to commemorate and talk about somebody who really did change the way, change where I am today in life. And I'll get a little bit into that. So that said, let's go ahead and go into my post here. Again, you guys can read the full thing over at adrianc.me. This is just the video narration to it. I feel that everyone needs some sort of mentor in life. Mine was Steve Jobs. 9 years ago, I thought I wanted to be the President of the United States. A little bit later, an NBA player. 7 years ago, I uploaded my first video to the internet here on YouTube. And 2 years from today, Steve Jobs passed away. I rarely talk about how I became fascinated with the world of Apple and moreover that of technology. Looking back, 2 years from today, an idol of mine passed away, and technology, as it does, continues to shift. Sitting here now writing this post at 4 a.m. on October 5th via my MacBook Air, it shocks me how far I've come from that which used to be hopes and dreams. I remember the first time I saw Steve Jobs introduce the iPhone and was blown away on how this company, Apple, was almost solely known for its leader and founder rather than the company itself. I was sold. I wanted to become a part of this Apple ecosystem. I made it my goal to buy a Mac with the money I was making via YouTube videos. I remember the talk he gave to the Stanford class in '05 that changed the way I viewed things. Jobs wasn't perfect. He had this personality, but above all, he had a vision and saw change that not many did. But that's not what I'm thankful for, because I always thought I'd grow up and meet him. Sadly, I was wrong. I remember I sat at the lunch table in junior year of high school hearing the news from a friend and ironically getting the alerts just a little bit later via my iPhone. Probably the worst news story I had to break up to this point. It's like watching your childhood idol pass. Jobs served as an idol and mentor to me in life. This sort of unreal cartoon character that always wore the same outfit. But ultimately, a man that revolutionized the computer, music, and mobile industry as we know it. And fast forwarding 9 years to today, I'm a self-employed entrepreneur. Not only do I know what I want to be, but I'm my own boss. That video I upload to the internet got my start in this world of technology. I now manage a business on the side called ScreenCap, a client services company based on mobile app reviews for clientele and websites, primarily in that of iOS. So in closing, I thank Steve Jobs simply for creating the tools that make up my living and enabling me to create, teaching me that technology isn't just electronics. It's where people and electronics meet. It's where people and electronics meet that matters most. I was 13 at the time I saw the YouTube Apple's famous Think Different ad. Since that day, I've always aimed to do my part in the world to change it, to be the crazy one, to think different. That life lesson was priceless. I remember the ad went a little bit something like this. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as crazy ones, we see genius. Because people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world, are the ones who do. That about ends the post I wrote. And in summary, I don't care, again, if you're a Windows user, an Apple user, or a PC user, whatever it may be, I think Jobs really did a lot in terms of changing the space of the world we live in. And moreover, for me personally, really, when I say really does, enable me and created the tools for me that make me a living now. It would not be possible without Apple and the tools that he created, that I would be sitting here doing what I get to do and having these things that I do have. And the thing is, I don't even aspire to be Jobs, because those are one of the kind people, Jobs, Gates, etc. Those are one of the time people in history, and I think that it's simply that I aspire to use the tools that he created to make my own mark, put my own dent. And I think that's most importantly what I took away from that campaign, that Here's to the Crazy Ones. That changing the world, that life isn't here to just live it, it's here for you to build it, shape it, change it. I think that whether you are a PC user, an Apple hater, or whatever, I think that's something we can all take away. And for that, I thank you, Steve. And I thank you guys for watching.